As the calendar turned to 2020, the Mid-American Conference basketball schedule got underway for the Western Michigan men's basketball team. The Broncos opened up with an impressive home victory over the Ohio Bobcats January 4th, led by B. Artis White and Brandon Johnson, who each scored 18 points in the win. And the Broncos hit the road for a pair, falling at Akron January 7th despite a game-high 30 from Mike Flowers. At Toledo last Saturday, it was Brandon Johnson's night. He poured in a career-high 23 points, but Toledo pulled away at home and picked up the win. Then Tuesday night, back in Kalamazoo, the Broncos hosted MAC preseason favorite Bowling Green. It was a shootout between the two teams. Mike Flowers scored a game-high 28 in a game that went down to the final buzzer, Bowling Green winning it 85-82. I'm Robin Hook. Coming up, head coach Steve Hawkins joins me talking Western Michigan basketball on Bronco Review after this timeout.
Bronco Review is presented by GREENLEAF Trust, financial security from generation to generation. Trust is in their name for a reason. They've earned it. And by Shupan. They know metal and plastic inside and out, creating a better environment through recycling.
At Arbor,
we're a cooperative financial institution who
has been proudly growing across the mitten. Our purpose
is to help members
achieve their dreams
through innovative financial solutions.
I am Arbor.
I am Arbor. I am Arbor Financial Credit Union.
And I am here to serve you.
And I am here to serve you.
This new Little Caesars thin crust pizza is so loaded with pepperoni and cheese. I don't believe there is any thin crust. Pepperoni, 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 cheese, 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 crust. Found it!
There is a crispy crust under all that pepperoni.
Get a Little Caesars large extra most bestest thin crust pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $6.49.
Pizza.
When leading-edge medical care is what you need, will you be able to find it?
Right there. We're on.
When you find the perfect doctor for you, will you be able to choose her? Can one company give you the expertise, the technology, the choices, the peace of mind that your coverage is going to work the way you want it? Count on it. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Subaru. We're inside the all-new 7-passenger Ascent from Subaru, which has the same DNA as the entire lineup of Subarus. You get the great fuel economy with the beauty of all-wheel drive to get you through that lake effect snow, the low center of gravity from the Boxer engine, along with the best crash avoidance system on the market today called EyeSight from Subaru. Come on out to Maple Hill Subaru and drive these amazing vehicles. Maple Hill Subaru, for a journey like no other.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose auto owner's insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Nolte Insurance is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
The artist triggers to Whitens to Johnson for the dunk. Great passing, White to Whitens to Brandon for the flush on the right block. 10-0 Western Michigan.
Brandon Johnson with a big dunk in the MAC opener against the Ohio Bobcats January the 4th. Western Michigan coming up with a MAC opening victory over Ohio, 77-65. And Hawk, it's basketball season. That was a great way to start conference play.
Yeah, it really was, Robin. Home game to begin the year, that seems rare, first of all. And then to have a very good Ohio team come on in, it was a great way to start the year.
It's a great crowd, too, and the Broncos get the victory. Got out to a great start in this game, jumped out to a 13-0 lead. Ohio didn't score for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, you can tell by the crowd that it's basketball season. Once we get to MAC play, we can really count on the home crowd to show up, and we did get off to a very good start. It was a start that we needed, and I think it gave the guys a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and you got some balanced scoring. You had 4 in double figures in this game, led by Artis White, who had 18, 2 off his career high, and Brandon, who gets his normal 16, 18 every game.
Yeah, I mean, to have up until this point in time in the season, we did not have an overly balanced line. The games that we played well in, we had balanced scoring. And in this game right here, we were able to get 4 guys into double figures.
Artis with a great game, and he's a really talented freshman guard for you.
That really is. You know, we sometimes I got to remind myself that he's a freshman, and we're asking an awful lot of our freshmen, him and Chase Bars and Titus Wright. Those guys are all in the rotation, getting heavy minutes. And Artis, I mean, that's one of the toughest things to do, is to be the point guard and run the ball club.
Broncos out on top 13-2. Brandon Johnson going to work in the post, and he has really come on in his junior season after missing all of last year, Hawk. Didn't have him for 1 game. No, we didn't have him or Jason Whitens for a single game last year, and you know, I think we saw what we were missing. You know, but Brandon has been a load for us, and one of our experienced players down low. That's what we're really missing. That's what we were really missing last year, and so to have him back and to have experience is tremendous for us. This young man, Titus Wright from Georgia, had a career game. Look at that spin move out of the freshman. Career high 16 for him in this one. Yeah, he's a big dude, you know, and has a lot of what we call step stuff like that right there, or a not done game where you know he pivots and you think he's done but he's not. And again, just an outstanding young player for us, especially as an inside player. Broncos on top against the Ohio Bobcats, opening conference play at home, and getting a balanced attack in this game with 4 in double figures as we look at the second half from the MAC opener. Cheer team did a nice exhibition there at halftime. You don't get to see that stuff. I don't, but I did hear about it. My wife was in the stands. She said that the cheer group looked outstanding. All right, they are a big part of the atmosphere on game day. Nothing like a Saturday home game at University Arena. Here you go back to work in the second half, and here's one of the top scorers, cold-blooded scoring mentality, Mike Flowers. Yeah, he's been a scorer his entire life, and one of the I'm so proud of Mike and his progress from last year to this year, really from 2 years ago all the way to this year, because he does still have that scorer's mentality, but you also see by that pass right there that he's been very unselfish. He sees the court a lot better. He's become a more complete offensive player. How about Brandon Johnson just willing his way to the basket and finding a way to get it down? You know, Brandon is a guy that we really rely heavily on, and he works so hard on his outside game throughout the course of the summer. Every once in a while, he gets a little too outside centric. You know, we got to remind him to go to the rim and get to the free throw line. Is something we count on in there, and that's our best option. The free throws are a big part of the Western Michigan attack too, and you guys are pretty good at it. You know, Robin, it's something that we've tried to pride ourselves in, and one of our goals is to make more free throws than our opponent even attempts. And that's something that and this year we've been a pretty good free throw shooting team. There's been a couple of games that slowed us down, but for the most part it's come through. Ohio's a tough team to put away. They battled you, but there in the final minutes you were able to pull away for the victory, 77-65. Yeah, real battle, and there's a winning play, that comes up here where Brandon saves a basketball, and it goes into Mike Flowers' hands, and he was able to knock down the three. But Ohio had the answer, and for us, there it is right here. Here's the play I'm talking about. That shot happened with about 2 seconds to go. We were up by 1 at the time with about 5 or 6 minutes to play. And, but Ohio had an answer for us. They were really good. Vanderplas, an outstanding player. Preston, an outstanding player. We had to set up this sideline out of bounds play late in the game to give us a little bit of cushion. Yeah, Coach drew that one up, and you get that high percentage shot out of Titus Wright.
Yeah, I like those. I like those. We can't always get them, but I like those, and it puts us in this position right here where we get to seal the game from the free throw line.
I feel pretty good when this guy's at the line, 85% free throw shooter.
Yeah, and that's really important. For a guard, we're going to put the ball in his hands late in the game, and free throw shooter's hands when we have a chance to put the win away. And him and Ralphie did a really good job.
And the Broncos open conference play with a 77-65 victory over Ohio. We'll be back with more Bronco Review after this timeout.
Are you considering home improvements? You should consider Blackberry.
Blackberry has completed several home improvement projects in our neighborhood, so when we were ready for 20 new replacement windows, we called Blackberry. They completed the project on time, and their workmanship was outstanding. Our friends are amazed, and we love the transformation of our home both inside and out with our new windows from Blackberry Home Improvement Specialists.
Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
At Galesburg Ford, we stand behind our football teams.
I like the Honolulu blue and silver.
I'm a fan of the purple and gold. Western's brown and gold, all the way.
We may cheer for different teams, but our team here at Galesburg Ford has one goal. And that's great customer satisfaction as we find you a new car, truck, or SUV. So whether it's a brand new Ford
or a certified used vehicle,
score your next car at Galesburg Ford.
Touchdown!
Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
All athletes strive to perform at their peak. And meeting that goal means putting in extra hours on the trail, in the gym, or on the court. It also means refueling after a tough workout. Chocolate milk has carbohydrates and protein to rebuild muscles, plus electrolytes to replenish your body. And with no additives, chocolate milk is nature's sports drink. So after your next training session, reach for the natural choice to help you meet your performance goals. Chocolate milk, the unofficial recovery beverage of athletes everywhere.
The numbers don't lie. At Arbor Financial Credit Union, our numbers work for you. Numbers like 0, the amount you'll pay in checking fees and at Arbor or co-op ATMs. Then there's $200, the average savings on mortgage closing costs when our members use their credit union. You should probably know about 5, the percentage lower your credit card rate could be compared to a bank. Take advantage of all our numbers. Not a member? Start saving today. Arbor Financial. Bank here, grow here.
Dear Dr. Johnson, I'm writing this letter to thank you for believing in a shy, quiet high school graduate and showing me the importance of believing in myself. You inspired me to pursue an internship in Seattle, a huge step that I never would have considered when I first arrived. Through countless meetings over 4 years, my world has grown bigger and ambitions bolder. From teaching kids to changing the face of education. Unforgettable bonds, unbreakable spirit, Western Michigan University.
Cruz, guarded by Fry, drives, penetrates, pick and roll to Johnson for the dunk. And the pick and roll dime to Johnson for a two-fisted man-sized jam.
Textbook pick and roll for the high percentage shot from Brandon Johnson Tuesday night against the Bowling Green Falcons at University Arena. The Broncos hosting the Falcons after going on the road for a couple of games. Hockey went to Akron on January 7th. He got 30 from Mike Flowers in a loss, and then Brandon Johnson had 23 against Toledo in the following game. And the Rockets were able to pull out the victory at home. Then you were back at University Arena on Tuesday to take on the Bowling Green Falcons. This team is loaded and the preseason pick in the MAC.
Yeah, Bowling Green's an outstanding team, and we're hungry. Coming off of the road week that we had, we didn't play real well against Akron. We played a lot better against Toledo, but we came up on the losing end of both of those. So we had a hungry group going into this game, and playing at home, that always fires us up.
This was an entertaining game. This was a track meet at times, Coach, back and forth.
Yeah, both teams are we are a much improved team offensively from last year. And both teams, I think both teams are really good offensively.
All right, here we see the Broncos going to work against the Falcons. And this guy, he's your glue guy, Jason Whiten.
He's the glue guy. He's the tough guy. He gives us a little bit of things that don't really show up in the stat sheet. And that's, you need those guys. You need locker room guys. You need competitive guys. You need guys that can guard their best players. I thought he did an outstanding job of guarding Justin Turner, one of the best players in the league.
Beautiful back cut there by another of your newcomers, Rafael Cruz Jr.
And that came from Chase Bars. The pass came from Chase Bars, two of our newcomers. Both of those guys have played huge roles for us. And, Chase is an outstanding passer, and Rafael is, we call him Ralphie, is just a very intelligent player.
Brandon Johnson with that patented turnaround jumper. He is deadly with that shot, and Broncos hanging right there with a really good team in the MAC, Bowling Green.
You know, it was a game that went back and forth all night long. Bowling Green would pull out to a 6, 7, 8 point lead, and then right after that we would come back and cut it all the way down to 1 or 2 possessions. Eventually actually took a lead, and again Brandon Johnson, we kind of had inside-outside going on last night. Mike and Brandon provided the majority of the scoring punch, but it was another ball game. We had 4 guys in double figures.
All right, it's a tight game at the half. Western Michigan and Bowling Green would stay that way for much of the second half. In fact, the Broncos would make a run and take the lead.
Yes, I'm really, really happy with it. I mean, this has been one of the most pleasurable groups to coach. It's a very connected group. It's a very together group. They really enjoy playing the game. They're sponges when it comes to learning the game. Very coachable. And they're a very resilient group. This is a team that last year, because of our inexperience, could have caved in more than once in this game here, and we didn't. Kept coming back. I was really proud of the guys' effort.
Mike Flowers really showed a mid-range game in this one. You think of him as a three-point shooter. He can knock down the three, but in this game it was mid-range stuff.
It's something that we were harping on in this game as well. It was one of those deals where, we've been shooting. I think we've been a little bit too perimeter centric. And we asked our guys, and not just Mike, but you see Brandon here, going inside also. We wanted to get to the free throw line more. We felt like we could against Bowling Green. And really the way Bowling Green was playing, it did open up a lot more of the mid-range game for Mike.
All right, second half continuing. Broncos in a battle with Bowling Green. B. Artist with a big shot from the perimeter.
Yeah, and again for Mike Flowers, that's a play that in the past Mike might have forced something up, and he trusts his teammates a lot more. It's just we're playing really well offensively at times. Just have to become a little more consistent, not just in execution, but also in our ability to make shots.
White knocked down 4 threes in this game, and all of them were catch-and-shoot triples, something that you've been working on with him.
Yes, we looked at the metrics, we looked at all the numbers, and one of the things that we looked at was that the artist was shooting 11% from the three-point line off the bounce, off the dribble, but when he catches and shoots it, was a lot better at it and shot a high percentage. We get called for a charging foul here, which I didn't exactly agree with, but since we're on air and I feel like coaching the rest of the season, I don't want to say too much.
Here's Brandon battling down there, and he's going against bigger guys down there. They had some size, this team.
There's a reason Bowling Green was picked to win the league, and they have a little bit of everything. This is what we call a winning play again. This isn't something you draw up. This is just Jason Whiten's with real effort to get to the glass, pass the ball out to the artist that knocks down that three-point shot.
It's a 2-point game here in the last minute or so, and the Broncos get to the rim again with Mike Flowers.
Yeah, it was something that we felt like we had to put pressure on the rim, and it set up this right here late in the game. And Mike has come through for us before. That time he couldn't make the shot. This set up the last play of the game, where we had the artist open for a look. He just couldn't knock it down. We came up short.
0.7 left. You can catch it and get a shot off, and the artist had a decent look. It just wouldn't go, and the final was 85-82. Bowling Green escapes with a victory. More Bronco Review after this timeout.
You trust Dunshee Body and Frame for all your collision repair work, but we offer so much more, like paintless dent repair, brakes, and wheel alignment. Perfect paint matching. Dunshee Body and Frame also works with all insurance companies to make sure your vehicle is restored to pre-accident condition. So for the personal service and high-quality workmanship, call Dunchie Body and Frame today at 375-2100. Dunchie, part of your community for the last 40 years.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Volkswagen. This is the Volkswagen Tiguan. It comes in both 5 and 7 passenger models, and now it's joined by its big brother, the Atlas, which comes in a 7 passenger and 8 passenger model, completing the SUV lineup. All Volkswagens are backed by a 6-year, 72,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty. Best in the business. These are German-engineered, value-priced, with the longest warranty in the industry. Maple Hill Volkswagen, for a journey like no other.
Want more? More pep for your wallet? Open your eyes to a credit union. At Arbor Financial, we're here to help you get more from your money. Like earning up to 5% APY with a free Arbor Momentum checking account. Now that's more. Find out how much more you can earn by visiting an Arbor Financial branch or go to arborfcu.org.
This new Little Caesars thin crust pizza is so loaded with pepperoni and cheese. I don't believe there is any thin crust. Pepperoni, 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 cheese, 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 crust. Found it!
There is a crispy crust under all that pepperoni.
Get a Little Caesars large extra most bestest thin crust pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $6.49.
Pizza.
More devices, more apps, more streaming. Today, we need more speed than ever to stay connected, so we're making the best in-home Wi-Fi experience even better. We're giving our customers faster speeds and including them in our most popular plans at no additional cost. We've increased our speeds 17 times in 17 years, so you can keep streaming, sharing, and connecting like never before. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Here's a steal by Flowers. Picked it clean. The length of the floor lays it in. We're tied at 69.
Mike Flowers with the defensive play and the layup that tied the game at 69 in the second half against Bowling Green on Tuesday night. Mike's had a great start to his junior season hockey, second in the league in scoring, over 17 points a game.
Yeah, that play right there got the crowd a little fired up as well, got all of us fired up. As I mentioned in the earlier segment, Robin, he's just it's not just his scoring. I mean, the fact that he's playing a much better floor game, he cares way more about his defense than he has in the past. He's taken on the challenges there. Thomas Kelly, our assistant coach, has done a terrific job of working with him on his total game, watching a lot more film than he used to. He's more than just a scorer.
All right, and he's got another guy helping him out, Brandon Johnson. We'll talk about Brandon in his redshirt junior season when we come back to wrap it up on Bronco Review after this timeout.
What do you do when you discover something great? Well, you tell your friends and family about it, right? Well, that's exactly how Lake Michigan Credit Union became the largest credit union in Michigan. With one of the highest checking account rates in the nation and guaranteed low mortgage rates, word is spreading fast about Lake Michigan Credit Union. Earn more when you save, pay less when you borrow. Lake Michigan Credit Union, the best place for your money.
When you need home improvements, you should call Blackberry. Do you need a new roof? Give us a call. We're one of the area's most trusted and professional roofing contractors, having completed thousands of roofing jobs throughout West Michigan. Right now, you can save 50% off the installation of our new roofing, featuring the Owens Corning Duration Shingle that comes with a limited lifetime warranty for installation and materials. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
No matter what pops up during your day, Ascension Borges makes it easy to get the care you need. Anytime, from anywhere. Now you can see a doctor online, right from home, 24/7. Check in online for urgent and ER care, or even schedule a visit with a primary care doctor. You'll find it all at getascensionmichigancare.com, with locations across West Michigan.
At Galesburg Ford, we stand behind our football teams.
I like the Honolulu blue and silver.
I'm a fan of the purple and gold. Weston's brown and gold, all the way.
We may cheer for different teams, but our team here at Galesburg Ford has one goal. And that's great customer satisfaction as we find you a new car, truck, or SUV. So whether it's a brand new Ford
or a certified used vehicle,
score your next car at Galesburg Ford.
Touchdown!
Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
Want more? More house in less time? Open your eyes to a credit union. At Arbor Financial, we're here to help you get more from your money, like our no money down and no PMI mortgage specials, and a promise to meet your closing date, or we make your first payment. Now that's more house faster. Find out how much you can earn by visiting an Arbor Financial branch or go to arborfcu.org. Now open in Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo Avenue, south of 68th.
Reverse to the left corner now to Brandon Johnson. Go to work on Vanderplas. Spins on him to his left. Scores over the front and one.
Brandon Johnson showing off his moves. What a great season he's had so far. And wow, did he put in some work this summer to get ready after missing all of last year, Hawk?
Yeah, he really came back hungry. You know, you miss a year. Sometimes that puts things in perspective. You know, when you have a basketball player that's extremely competitive and you take the game away from him for an entire year, and you know, you kind of become an assistant coach on the bench. You see the game in a different way. David Brown, we had that happen to David Brown several years back where he missed out on a couple of years. And you just see the game a lot differently, and you can see that translate onto the floor this year for Brandon.
Well, he's in the top 10 in the MAC in scoring and rebounding, off to a great start this season. You're going to need tremendous play out of Brandon and everybody this Saturday when you take on Kent State. It's a doubleheader. The women play at 2 against Central Michigan. Broncos at 4:30 against Kent State. This is a really good team, Hawk.
I think they're the most talented team in the league. We saw them earlier this year. I've seen them on film, obviously. And this Bowling Green team that we just lost to, they went into Bowling Green and really put it on them. It's a really talented group led by Booman Williams, an outstanding guard. They lost a ball game to Miami of Ohio, but they did not have, Philip Whittington, their big guy inside, did not, he only played about 12 minutes due to the flu. The game before that, he missed the game against Central Michigan in a win where he had the flu. So a very talented team. They'll probably be at full strength when they get back to us.
All right, good luck to you guys this weekend.
Thanks, Robin. Fight on.
After that, the Broncos hit the road for a pair at Buffalo and Northern Illinois. Next week, we'll be back to hockey. Andy Murray joins me as we recap the Colorado College Series at Lawson Ice Arena. For Coach Hawkins and our staff, I'm Robin Hook. Thanks for watching. See you next week on Bronco Review.